Delta Academy. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. We're giving back to you. That's why my resume has generated into about 4 pages now, because I'm still giving in my community. And the community has extended beyond Dallas, Texas. To our brothers and sisters in Greekdom who are here, we applaud you because I see you are partnering with Delta Sigma Theta. That's what it's about. The more people we have working, the more productive the programs are. So the coalition building in this area is very important in forming teams where we can do more outreach. I know we tease you about your colors. It's okay, pink and green, purple and gold, blue and white, and blue and gold. We love you, and we need you to coalesce with Delta Sigma Thetas, red and white, to make an impact in this community.
Yeah.
You know, Evron is happy today. I know she is, because she's on the balcony in heaven, peeping down at today's celebration, and she is applauding. But you also know that Evron has on her red dress, her red hat, her red shoes, and handbag to match. And she's going to probably have a red and white pom-pom saying, "Go Brazos Valley, go Brazos Valley." You know, I try to emulate her because she was what you call, always wanted to be that perfect person. I try, but sometimes I do have a bad hair day. And some days I have to dress down. And I sometimes just say, "Mama, I'm sorry, this is the best I can do today." Because she always wanted you to be ready to be presentable was her word. Is that right, Dolores? She wanted you to be presentable. So she was what we would call a Delta diva. So we all need to remember the culture of Evron, and we need to tell others about that perfect person that she always wanted to be. Evron had a passion for Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
Yep.
She lived the principles of our organization. That's why when she left Marlin Alumni Chapter, it was a mutual arrangement. She knew that we needed a Delta Sigma Theta in the Brazos Valley area because there was much service to do. I don't remember what your chapter number was, but I'm sure it was somewhere, where are you, 500, 600, 777? Okay, you came chapter 777. Evron was also instrumental in making Delta Sigma Theta the first African-American sorority at Texas A&M University. She was the first Delta advisor, and she served as a servant leader for Texas A&M undergraduate chapter until her health failed. She knew that they needed to have African-American sororities and fraternities at Texas A&M. So that too was a part of her mission. So today, my sisters and brothers, we say thank you so much for coming. Thank you for what you do. A lot of the things I learned about life, I learned right here in the Brazos Valley area, specifically in Hearn, Texas. Evron honored her God, her family, and her community. And she took much pride in everything she did. Evron is a leader and a social activist throughout the state of Texas, knew and executed a plan to formulate winning teams at her church, at Blackshear High School and Hearn High School in Hearn, as well as in the community. She mastered that, and she trained others freely to be leaders and how to form teams. For example, she was a strong believer that teamwork was the best way to get things done with efficiency. No one can do it alone. She had what I call a secret weapon about how to form a working team. Today, in my myriad of leadership roles, a lot of the leadership skills that I learned were from her before I did formal study on effective leadership. I have come to grips that one, strong leadership is crucial. Not being a dictator, nor being an autocrat. Leaders need to be decisive and assertive so your team can have confidence in the direction the team is going. People People respond well when they follow people who show a passion for what they're doing. A leader must show responsibility, and it does become contagious. Number 2, a team needs common goals. Leaders should have goals that not only everyone know and believe in, but goals where everyone is a winner. Number 3, everyone needs to know the rules of the game. When leaders give their team a clear set of guiding rules, it's easier for them to get their job done. 4, action plan. Have a clear plan of who's doing what and who's doing it when. It's easy for them to make a commitment and to start working without a distraction. Number 5, support risk-taking. Mistakes will happen because sometimes things are new. That's how you make a model and you perfect it, by taking risks. You must be willing to take a risk. Never say no for those hot ideas that come. You know, oh no, we can't do it. Take the risk. If you don't take risks, the team will always lag behind and will not push the boundaries. We are always ready to raise the limit and raise your bar. So let's do that by taking risk and saying, hey, graciously, we can do it. Number 6, we need 100% involvement and inclusion. Each member of the team is responsible for being involved, and as the leader is, it's the leader's role to include those who are having a problem with being a part of the team. The leader has to always show passion and be the motivating person for the team. In other words, everyone needs to give attention, they need to give effort, and they need to give a commitment in order to make a winning combination. If I were to ask every Delta in this room, what is the magnetism that keeps you involved? I think the consensus answer would be, it's the commitment. You signed a commitment clause with Delta Sigma Theta when you were initiated. Some of you signed that commitment with your churches when you joined, and to other groups. The key word is commitment. You're committed, and you'll find the time to do what you signed up to do. You know, Evron had a lot of archives. For those of you who had an opportunity to visit her home, whether you believe it or not, all of that's not in Dallas. It's not in the same organized fashion that she had it in, but we do have a storage container, and I'm sure my family is laughing about that, because they want to know, what am I going to do with Evron's archives, which included that of her mother, her grandmother, her great-great-grandmother, Delta Sigma Theta, and you know, the Chumps Club, and everybody else. I have the Cassages and the programs. She kept a box of some of her speeches and other memorabilia, including her lesson plans from her in high school. Of course, she would sit at a speech and would write copious notes. If you ever sat with her, she was always jotting down notes. I found all of those. They were in a box, and she ate them, and it was interesting to read them. In fact, one day, we're going to have us a Delta work day and just do archives of Evron. I'm sure Earl Tobin Jabari would welcome the help. The museum, the Evron Good Robinson Museum. You know, I'd like to say that I'd like to take it to the Ella Good Johnson Library, but it's already full, it didn't. But of course, we have workers up there who are the Deltas at the University of North Texas. They're keeping it stocked with books and computerizing a lot of my archives and archives about other famous people. I didn't realize until this year at their rush that I was a famous Texan. They introduced me as a famous Texan. Well, I was looking around the room, wondering who that was. You got to realize I've been right here at the University of North Texas where you are now. But they regard me as Mama Ella. So I'm no longer Ella Sorrow. I'm not Mama Ella. Is that what they call senior citizens? Okay, yeah, right, Miss Ella. Okay, got you. Okay, but anyway, I do have things of Everon, and I did look through that when Laverne gave me something to do, to see what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do today? And then there's some things that I learned in here in Texas that I know you learned wherever you got your formative education. So right now, I'm going to ask you to help me do something that I learned. And I want you to sit up in your seats. Clear your throats because we're going to sing.
Oh, no.
And this is a song we all know. And if Everon was here, she'd say, this is the tune. The opening note is Okay, so just follow along. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Well, very good. Thank you so much for leading me into the next thing I found in her archive. I found 3 versions of what she called the ABCs of life. I won't give you all 3, but I'd like to give you the one I thought was more appropriate today. It's called ABCs to achieve your dreams. A, avoid negative sources, people, places, things, and habits. B, believe in yourself. C, consider things from every angle. If she was a believer that there are, I'm sorry, Miss English teacher, there are 3 sides to a story. So consider all of the angles. D, don't give up and don't give in. E, enjoy life today because yesterday is gone and tomorrow may never come. F, family and friends are hidden treasures. Seek them and enjoy their riches. G, give more than you plan to give. H, hang on to your dreams. I, ignore those who try to discourage you. J, just do it. K, keep trying no matter how hard it seems, it will get easier. L, love yourself first and most. M, make it happen. N, never lie, cheat, or steal. Always strike a fair deal. O, open your eyes and see things as they really are. P, practice makes perfect. Q, quitters never win, and winners never quit. R, read, study, and learn about everything important in your life. S, stop procrastinating. T, take control of your own destiny. U, understand yourself in order to better understand others. V, visualize it. W, want it more than anything. X, accelerate your efforts. Y, you are unique. Of all of God's creations, nothing can replace you. Z, zero in on your target and just go for it. It's all about you. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my pleasure to be with you today. And I hope I have fulfilled the expectations of my sister friend, Sarah Young Hawkins. If not, I know she will be calling me. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for your time.